Close your eyes for a moment. Just for a few seconds. And notice what happens. Thoughts appear. Maybe a worry about something you need to do later. Maybe a memory from earlier today. Maybe a judgment about this exercise. Maybe nothing at all, just restlessness. Open your eyes again. What you just experienced is normal. The average person has about 6,000 thoughts every single day. 6,000. That's a thought every 10 seconds or so, from the moment you wake up until you fall asleep. Some of these thoughts are useful. They help you solve problems, make plans, understand the world. But many of them, maybe most of them, are just noise. Mental clutter. Thoughts that serve no purpose except to drain your energy and steal your peace. We've talked about decluttering your home. We've talked about simplifying your wardrobe. We've talked about minimizing your digital life. But all of that is easier than what we're discussing today. Today, we're talking about the hardest form of minimalism. Mental minimalism. Decluttering your mind. This video is different from the others. Today is not a story. Today is a practice. I'm going to share exercises you can do right now, as you listen. And if you commit to these practices, your mind will change. Not overnight. But gradually. Gently. Surely. Let me start by explaining what mental clutter actually is. Mental clutter is all the thoughts that don't serve you. The worries about things you can't control. The replaying of conversations that already happened. The planning for situations that might never occur. The judgments about yourself and others. The comparisons. The regrets. The fears. It's the voice in your head that never stops talking. The one that tells you you're not good enough. The one that catastrophizes every small problem. The one that keeps you awake at night running through the same thoughts over and over. Mental clutter is exhausting. It uses up energy that could go to things that actually matter. It makes it hard to focus. Hard to be present. Hard to enjoy the moment you're actually living in. And unlike physical clutter, you can't just put mental clutter in a box and donate it. You can't delete it like an app. Mental clutter is more persistent. More stubborn. More sneaky. But you can learn to manage it. You can create space in your mind the same way you create space in your closet. It just requires different tools. Let me share the first practice. I call it thought labeling. Right now, notice what you're thinking about. Whatever thought is in your mind at this moment. Don't judge it. Don't try to change it. Just notice it. Now, label it. Say to yourself, this is a worry thought. Or, this is a planning thought. Or, this is a judgment thought. Just identify what kind of thought it is. That's it. That's the whole practice. Notice. Label. Move on. Why does this work? Because labeling creates distance. When you label a thought, you're no longer inside the thought. You're observing it. You're the one watching the thought, not the thought itself. This tiny shift is powerful. It reminds you that you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind the thoughts. And if you can observe a thought, you can choose whether to engage with it or let it pass. Try this throughout your day. Whenever you notice a thought, especially a persistent or negative one, label it. This is anxiety. This is self-criticism. This is planning. This is remembering. Just that simple act of labeling reduces the power the thought has over you. The second practice is called the thought parking lot. Get a small notebook. Or open a note on your phone. This is your thought parking lot. It's where thoughts go when they're not useful right now but you don't want to forget them. Here's how it works. You're trying to focus on something. Reading. Working. Having a conversation. And a thought appears. I need to call the dentist. Or, I should start that project. Or, I wonder if they were offended by what I said. Instead of letting that thought hijack your attention, write it down in your thought parking lot. One sentence. That's it. And then return to what you were doing. The thought is parked. You've acknowledged it. You won't forget it. But it doesn't get to control you right now. Studies show that this simple technique reduces mental load significantly. By externalizing the thought, you give your mind permission to let it go temporarily. Your brain trusts that it's been recorded. It can stop reminding you. At the end of the day, review your thought parking lot. Some thoughts will still be important. Deal with those. But many thoughts, you'll realize, were not important at all. And now they're not cluttering your mind. The third practice is brain dumping. This is more intense than the thought parking lot. This is for when your mind feels completely overwhelmed. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Get a piece of paper or open a blank document. And write. Write everything that's in your head. Everything. Don't organize it. Don't make it make sense. Don't worry about spelling or grammar or whether it's important. Just dump it all out. Every worry. Every task. Every thought. Every feeling. Everything. When the timer goes off, stop. Look at what you wrote. And then decide what to do with it. Some things on that paper are actionable. Turn them into tasks. Put them on your to-do list. Make a plan to address them. Some things are worries about things you can't control. Acknowledge them. And then consciously let them go. They're not serving you. Some things are just mental noise. Thoughts that don't need any action at all. Cross them out. They're gone. The act of brain dumping clears space. It's like emptying a cup that was overflowing. Suddenly there's room again. Room to think. Room to breathe. Room to focus on what actually matters. Do this whenever you feel mentally overwhelmed. Weekly. Daily. Multiple times a day if you need to. There's no limit. The fourth practice is what I call conscious noticing. Most of our thoughts are automatic. They just appear. We don't choose them. They're triggered by external events or internal patterns. But we can learn to notice them before we react to them. And in that noticing, we create choice. Here's the practice. Set 3 alarms on your phone at random times during the day. When the alarm goes off, stop whatever you're doing. Close your eyes for 10 seconds. And simply notice what you're thinking about. Don't change anything. Don't judge. Just notice. Right now, I'm thinking about work. Right now, I'm worrying about money. Right now, I'm planning dinner. That's it. Then continue with your day. This practice builds awareness. And awareness is the foundation of all mental minimalism. Because you can't declutter thoughts you're not aware you're having. Over time, you'll start noticing your thought patterns without needing the alarms. You'll catch yourself in the middle of worry or rumination or negative self-talk. And that awareness gives you the power to redirect. The fifth practice is called thought replacement. This one is active. You're not just noticing thoughts. You're consciously choosing different ones. When you notice an unhelpful thought, you replace it with a more helpful one. This isn't about toxic positivity. It's about cognitive flexibility. About training your mind to see alternatives. For example, you notice the thought, "I always mess things up." That's a generalization. It's not true. It's mental clutter. Replace it with, "I made a mistake on this specific thing. That doesn't mean I always mess up. I've succeeded at many things." Or you notice, "They probably think I'm stupid." That's mind reading. You don't actually know what they think. It's mental clutter. Replace it with, "I don't know what they think. And what they think about me is not something I can control. What I can control is being my authentic self." This practice takes effort at first. Your mind has worn grooves. Familiar patterns. Replacing thoughts means creating new grooves. New patterns. And that takes repetition. But with practice, it becomes easier. Your mind starts defaulting to more helpful thoughts automatically. The sixth practice is physical reset. Your mind and body are connected. When your mind is cluttered, your body holds tension. And when your body is tense, your mind races. You can use this connection to your advantage. When you notice mental clutter building, do something physical. Stand up. Stretch. Take 10 deep breaths. Walk around the block. Do 10 jumping jacks. Shake out your arms and legs. This physical movement literally changes the state of your nervous system. It interrupts the pattern of anxious or obsessive thinking. It gives your mind a chance to reset. You don't need a gym or equipment. You just need to move your body intentionally for 60 seconds. That's often enough to clear the fog. The seventh practice is creating mental boundaries. Just like you can set boundaries with people, you can set boundaries with your own thoughts. You can decide when certain types of thinking are allowed and when they're not. For example, designate a specific time each day as worry time. Maybe 15 minutes in the afternoon. During that time, you're allowed to worry about whatever you want. Write down your worries. Think through them. Plan for them if possible. But outside of worry time, when a worry appears, you say, "Not now. I'll think about this during worry time." And you redirect your attention. This might sound strange. But it works. Your mind learns that worries will be addressed. Just not right now. And gradually, the worries become less intrusive. The eighth practice is the simplest and maybe the hardest. It's doing nothing. We talked about this in our first series. Nixon. The art of doing nothing. It's just as important for mental minimalism. Sit. Just sit. No phone. No book. No music. No task. Just sit and let your mind wander wherever it wants to go. Don't try to control your thoughts. Don't try to meditate or clear your mind. Just let thoughts come and go like clouds passing through the sky. This practice teaches you that thoughts are temporary. They appear. They change. They disappear. You don't have to hold on to them. You don't have to fight them. You can just let them be. 5 minutes a day of this kind of doing nothing creates mental space. It gives your brain permission to rest. To process. To let go of what it's been holding. Now, let me be honest with you about mental minimalism. It's the hardest type of minimalism to practice. Because your mind is with you constantly. You can't put it in a box. You can't delete it. You can't escape from it. And progress is slow. You won't declutter your mind in 30 days. You might practice these exercises for months before you notice significant change. Some days will be better than others. Some days your mind will feel clear and spacious. Other days it will feel like chaos no matter what you do. That's normal. That's human. The goal is not to have a perfectly calm mind all the time. The goal is to have more moments of clarity. More moments of presence. More moments where you're in control of your attention instead of your thoughts controlling you. Mental minimalism is a practice. Not a destination. You don't finish it. You just keep practicing. Day after day. Thought by thought. Moment by moment. But here's what I can promise you. If you practice these exercises consistently, you will notice changes. Your mind will feel less crowded. You'll worry less. You'll ruminate less. You'll be more present. More focused. More at peace. You won't eliminate all mental clutter. But you'll create space. And in that space, you'll find clarity. Creativity. Joy. The ability to actually live in the moment you're in instead of being lost in thoughts about the past or future. So here's what I want you to do. Choose one practice from this video. Just one. The one that resonates most with you. And commit to trying it every day for 1 week. Maybe it's thought labeling. Maybe it's the thought parking lot. Maybe it's brain dumping. Maybe it's doing nothing. Choose one. Practice it daily. Notice what happens. Notice if your mind feels even slightly less cluttered. Even slightly more spacious. After 1 week, if it's helping, keep going. Add another practice if you want. Build your mental minimalism toolkit slowly. And remember, mental decluttering is personal. What works for someone else might not work for you. That's okay. Experiment. Try different practices. Find what helps your specific mind in your specific life. In our next video, we'll talk about minimalism in relationships. How to apply these same principles to your social life. Quality over quantity. Intention over obligation. But that's for next time. For now, just notice your thoughts. Label them. Park them. Dump them. Replace them. Reset. Create boundaries. Do nothing. And see what happens. Your mind deserves the same care and attention you've given to your home, your schedule, and your digital life. It deserves space. Clarity. Peace. And you have the power to create that space. One thought at a time. One practice at a time. One day at a time. Thank you for listening. Now close your eyes again for just a moment. Notice what you're thinking. Label it. And let it pass. See you next time. I hope this video brought you something meaningful. If you find it helpful, please like and share it with someone who may need it. Subscribe if you would like to hear more stories like this. Wishing you a calm and peaceful day.